I was on mute. Was I on mute this whole time? I was. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Everyone missed all the cool things I was saying. Well, streamer problems. Well, how's everyone doing? I'm doing alright. I misplayed Ace 8, but you won't get to hear any of my reasoning behind it because I was muted the whole time. But such is life. Waiting for people to say, sweet. But what I was saying before I realized I was muted was, if you missed the announcement, March Madness is coming in March. So in March, this normal stream not going to be what you'd expect it to be. It's going to be changing up slightly. We're going to be doing our version of March Madness. Oh, basically, yeah. Yeah, we're doing our version of March Madness. We have 8 of the Rec Poker core team battling it out mano y mano, 1v1, to figure out who the ultimate Rec Poker champion is. So I'm excited for that, but it's going to change up how this stream is in March. In March, we'll just be playing those matches out, so we'll have just a heads up. How does everything go? It should be fun. Yeah. So I'm excited about Ma Rec Madness. I hope everyone else is too. I will be professional. Yeah, professional. You can tell I do this a lot. I definitely make sure everything is set up perfect before going live. Yeah. Funny. But we will get a sneak peek at the brackets tonight. We'll show the brackets, and we might be ready to open up the forums for everyone to get their guesses in for Ma Rec Madness too. So I'm excited for it. It's coming up soon. 3 weeks from tonight, the first Ma Rec Madness stream. We'll talk about those matchups. We're going to have those matchups ready to go for the first week. I will be doing commentary with my good friend Jim Reed on March 4th. We'll be talking about the hands as they're playing out. We're going to get rid of the delay. No delay. We're going to interact live with chat. Wow, this is a huge bet. Pot. And just the nut flush draw does not want to give up. But I'll be doing commentary week 1. Week 2, my matchup will play, so we'll have 2 guest commentators joining us while I'll be playing my match. And then week 3 in March will be the 2 semifinal matches. Week 4 in March, championship match. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to play out different than, like, if you've been watching the Doug Polk versus Negreanu. Like, that's cash game, that's deep stacked. We're going to start deep stacked, but it is, heads up tournament, so the blinds will be moving, and it's got that different feel to it, because heads up in a tournament style is exhaust the person's chips and it's over. Cash game is just, make the best decision you can. So it's going to play a little bit different. It's actually I think it's going to play quite a bit quicker than people think, just because it's going to be, hey, if you're 100 big blinds deep, as soon as someone wins a 20 big blind pot, now you're playing 80 big blinds deep. because that's the effective stack. So it'll kind of just be like this, tug of war battle constantly as we're going through things. Oh wow, what a dream 6. Oh, I guess the ace helped out too. We're getting some hands at this table. None of them to us, but a lot of hands at the table. Grandpa George, if you're out there, you guessed 5th and someone else guessed 5th. If you want to change your answer, please do so. You've got a problem with guessing the wrong answers, bud. I think that's time number 2 where I start off the stream muted. I figure it out eventually, just not immediately. Where was this when we had ace 8? 9-8 offsuit, not that great of a hand. Let's raise it up because I haven't done anything yet. I am feeling left out. It's a borderline open, but since I'm bored, I'm gonna open it. We'll check. Hopefully this takes it down. When we get 2 rounds of checks, I think there's a decent chance we can just bet and take it. But we get bet and we get call. We will just give this up because if they didn't fold now, why are they going to fold on this 3 unless we went big? I don't really feel like bluffing big into 2 players. So I'm going to check. There's a king. We're out of there. But I have been focused a lot on Ma Rec Madness. We've been trying to get it set up. It's 3 weeks away. It seems like a long period of time, but also it's going to be here before you know it. So a lot of cool things there. We got the matchups finalized. We've got the prediction form almost ready to go. After that, we're, I think, going to be getting a web page set up on rec.poker to talk about it. Who do I look for again? Yeah, it's the generic poker name. So have I played heads up tournaments before? Not really. I think you're probably meaning it in the form of like an actual like place to play like online, like a heads up tournament, and I've never done that before. I have with Steve previously, well before the pandemic. We got together one time, like a group of us, and we're like, hey, let's do some heads up games. And oh my god, Grandpa George, someone guessed 17 too. Literally. You just, every week, I swear, you just look at what other people guess and you guess that as well. Grandpa George, here is everyone's guesses so far. So don't guess any of those. Okay? Here it is. 2, 13, 25, 17, 19, 25. What do we have for a hand? A deuce? There is a link at rec.poker, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go to rec.poker and find it. So if you haven't already, get your guesses in. He's doing it on purpose this time. He's... Grandpa George, you just guessed 13. I gave you the list. I think we've got something cool. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what, everyone? If you go to rec.poker/community/marec, it's live. Rec Poker has created an 8-person heads-up no-limit tournament as our answer to March Madness. We call it Rec Madness. 8 members of the Rec Poker will be facing off in a heads-up bracket to determine the ultimate heads-up champion of Rec Poker. I'm too busy. I can't play this hand. There's the bracket. After you review, click here to make your predictions. You can make your predictions. The winners will get a shout out on the podcast as well as another price. If you have any... Oh, you can't see that part. If you have any questions, contact Steve at rec.poker. There it is. There's the bracket. I have it here as well. There it is. There's the bracket. Week 1. Chris Jones, Chad McVean. First matchup. Week 1, matchup number 2, Rob Washam versus John Somsky. Week 3, yours truly. I'm too busy. Get this out of here. Yours truly versus Website Mark. And then Andrew versus the man everyone knows, Rec Poker Steve. There it is. The matchups are out there. I gotta bring this and bring it back over because that's my Twitch stuff as well. George. He's trolling me. He's trolling Grandpa George. Every week. I'm not gonna This is your fault. I'm too busy for this. How many chips do I have? 2,200? That's not good. How did I lose all those? Bluffing with 8-9 and playing ace-8 when I definitely shouldn't have. It's gonna be a great night, but link is in the chat. There's ace-8 suited again. We get another chance for redemption. Rec Madness. They should very rarely connect with this. Our ace high should be good a decent amount of the time. We're just going to make a bet If we just take it down, that is totally fine by me. Again, still should be good. Wondering what they're calling with. I'm just going to check behind and likely just call rivers. I'll just check behind if they check. But I just don't know what they have here. They have to have exactly a 10. Seems unlikely. They drilled a 3. Rightio. The old I will float you with Queen 3 offsuit. That's going to work out for us about 75% of the time. We got the bad 25%. This ace seems pretty good. We might go busto on this hand. There's a decent chance we do. Should I just call? I'm in position. It seems likely to just call here. See turn cards. That's a great turn card. We lose to Jack 9 of spades, and that's it. I think we get a lot of folds. Ah. Aha. Aha. Got him. I'm too good. That's how I smash flopped flushes. So yeah, go out there. Put in your guesses right away if you want to. Yeah, we got some guesses coming through here. Interesting, interesting. Ooh, the guesses are filling in there. Yes, yes, people. Hey, pocket deuces. I like it. I like it. Everyone's going out there checking out the link and putting in their guesses. Awesome. I'm excited. Hopefully everyone else is excited. I am really excited because I love flopping a set. It's a top 10 thing I can do, something like that. Like, I just love it. Flopping sets is awesome. So we do lose versus the Queen Jack. Possible they have it, but it's also very likely that they have a hand like King Queen, something like that. So we'll just bet, hopefully not see a raise, and once again go for one more round of betting, and hopefully just get called by King Queen. Nope. Love flopping sets. See, this is how it goes. You play bad right away, and then you just nut flush draw and straight draw. Set. Yeah, that ace queen hand, when I turned the nut flush, I was kind of unsure what I was going to be doing on turn cards, because I would have expected a decent amount of aggression on non-spades, and I wouldn't have known what to do. All right, guesses are closed, so hopefully everyone got their guesses in, but guesses are officially locked. What do we got? We got a queen 3. Yeah, sorry, JB. The 7-6. That's a good hand. Good thing I just got it. I folded the queen 3 off, right? I think so. I was a little distracted trying to get everyone's guesses in. But yeah, Marek Madness. We'll be talking about everyone's guesses when we do our broadcasting and stuff too. So that'll be like one, you're competing, going for who can guess everything correct, March Madness style. But we will be talking about like first matchup, Chris versus Chad. What does the Rec Poker Nation think? Who's the favorite? Do we think Chris is going to win? Do we think Chad's going to win? And talk about all those things. So it'll be pretty fun. Just like when you watch March Madness and ESPN's like, yeah, 80% of the people picked the favorite here and 20% are on the underdog. And here's how many perfect brackets are left. I'm just trying to get my camera set up right. That's fine enough. What do we have? We have 4,800 chips. Heck yeah. So, I'm excited for it. Marek Madness coming up 3 weeks away. Suited ace. We'll open it. This is bottom of the range. It's kind of like not like a bluff open, but like, oh, there's a 5. Typically this doesn't work out well with us. We do have a backdoor nut flush draw. We do have a backdoor straight draw, although the backdoor straight draw really isn't all that good. And we do have a pair. So we're not going to be folding just yet, but we don't feel that great. It's very medium strength. We'd really like to hit a 5 or an ace. Now, when I talked about that backdoor draw, the straight draw does potentially get... Do we try and just steal this one away? I don't think so, just because they have a lot of queens in their range. So I'm just going to check, and we have the same hand. That's fair. That's fair. I allow it. Jack 5 offsuit. It's just a single big blind. We're deep enough, but like the fact that we're deep just makes me not want to play this. Like, what is my reverse implied odds in this situation? It's just not going to be that good. So we'll just give it up. If I had like 15 bigs, I'd actually be more inclined to play that hand. But off 70, I just know I'm only going to lose a big pot. I'm not going to win a big pot there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other people in the hand. Let's make it 6. We wanted black clubs. We got red hearts. You can probably guess my level of enthusiasm on this flop. There's my ace-5 suited. Oh, Rec Poker Nation is going to want in. Yeah, oh, what a flop. What a flop. Yeah, I mean, it should be fun. Wow. I mean, we block the 4-5. We have the steel wheel draw. We have trip aces. What more could you want? Let's check. Is it ever worth a raise? I mean, we have a bad kicker, right? We're playing aces with king and then a 5. Damn. We avoided it. When you flop the world, but it's not that good. King 9 off. We just fold. Yeah, I'm excited for Mock Madness. That's going to be a fun time. Hopefully everyone enjoys the broadcast stuff that we do of it too, because I think heads up can be a little tough, just because it's like, it's quick. It's, you know, back and forth action between two people really quickly, and it's also a little bit less like high quality of hands, right? Because you're playing 85% of the hands, so you get heads up and you're like, yeah, 10-5 off, maybe, and you're playing that hand, and it gets into like less exciting of hands that everyone has. You're going to see less of the like ace queen versus king queen type of stuff, but you're going to see more of ace 4 versus king 10, and just like a ton of situations like that. I'm just happy I lost the minimum on that ace 5 of clubs hand. Why did the turn have to be the ace, right? I fold. We have 3,800 chips. 20th out of 50. 20th out of 50. Just a half hour in here, and we've seen 14 out of the 64 entries get busted, so going pretty quick. We saw some fireworks right away. There were some big hands happening at our table, and we weren't involved in any of them, and then we kind of just picked 2 good hands, and then have lost everything else. Such is life. Look at that. Steve's already on there. He fixes the typo that we found. So cool. I'm so excited for this. This is gonna be fun. It's some cool matchups. We play Website Mark right away, but I mean almost no history with Website Mark. But the second round, Andrew and Steve, if I win, I play one of the two people that I have successfully slow rolled in the home game. So they would be coming for vengeance versus me. So there's that. Rob and John, that's the two people that have beat me heads up in the nightly series. John was live on stream one of the weeks, and then Rob was not on a stream, but yeah, he took me down one time. So these are the two people that have beat me heads up in the nightly series, so I'd be looking for revenge there. Chris, I'm always feuding with, and Chad, I don't really have much personal history against, but yeah, I mean, obviously we've all played with each other so much, there's history between all of us, so going to be interesting regardless with all those matchups. 6-4 off, that's just not a good hand. It's a much better hand when there's a 7 and a 5 out there. I would have preferred that to be an 8 or a 3. And we just blank out on our equity. I would have potentially tried to bluff river, but I when they call, feels less likely that they're going to fold, especially when I go check on the turn. We're just not really telling a good story. The story would be, hey, we bluffed on the flop, and then what we hit was on the river. That's the one story that we're trying to tell there, and I don't think they're going to believe us all that often. Either that or our story is, we slow played 6-8 once we hit it on the turn. This hand can make a straight flush. Don't believe me? Let me show you. One out of 3. We just need 2 more cards. I don't need to be mean and hit straight flushes against people, so I'll give it up. The 8 and the 7 of clubs were coming. That's for sure. But what matchup is everyone else excited for? Which one? Ooh, all in. What's the one that everyone else is hoping to see? Geodia. Just pressing that one all-in button. Shoving it in the middle. What's everyone's matchup that they're looking for? Which one are you most excited about first round matchup? I have my answer, but I'm wondering what everyone else thinks. There's one matchup that I am most excited to watch. It's not mine, obviously, because I can't watch me, but I can watch one of the other 3. I have one of these that I'm most excited to see. I have a feeling it's everyone else's favorite, but I guess we'll see. We'll see what everyone else says. Yeah, Mouse, I put that link in the chat, so that takes you to the Rec Poker page where it's got it. It takes you here. It's got the bracket there, and you can also click here to make your predictions. It'll take you to a Google form, and you can fill that out. So That's where I'm looking at. I just pulled a picture. This is just a picture. Because I took the picture so we could put it on the website. This is just the raw picture. So, what's everyone else's favorite matchup? We'll throw it in the chat. Let's see what everyone else is looking forward to. Dog doing dog things. Big river bet here from the big blind. The 5-8 is going to win. This may look weird, but I will be opening the King 8 suited. We're playing 7-handed. I'll be in the 6th position. And essentially, if we were playing 6-handed, being under the gun. I like my suited kings. Let's pop it up. I'm not one to retract what I say. See you later, dude. And you spike a king. That's the formula for success. 9 is the worst card. The majority of their calling range includes 9s. They do have potentially some diamonds. I'm just going to check. And I was just going to call river, but we will be jamming river. Yes. Steve is looking forward to Steve and Andrew. I'm gonna go small. He's got to call with a 9, right? Steve says, I think Rob versus John is really intriguing. Rob versus John is the matchup I am most looking forward to. I think that one is going to be a ton of fun to watch. Knowing how they play, I think they could be in for a battle. Chris versus McVean, I'm not sure what to expect there. Myself versus Mark, I have very little experience with Mark. I'm not sure what that's going to be like. Andrew versus Steve, that could be aggressive as heck, or a little bit of, playing it safe, feeling each other out. So I'm excited for all of those. 2 overs, potential for a runner straight. What do I think? You fold. So I'm looking forward to Rob versus John. That's going to be my favorite matchup. Obviously, all of them are going to be fun, but I am looking forward the most to Rob versus John. Bet, raise, all in. He had the ace-5 versus the 6-9. Oh. Some crazy hands going on there. $6-5 off. No, thank you. We are in 14th place out of 44. Wow. I am going to be absolutely fascinated watching responses come in from Rec Madness. You have no idea. Some people out there have already been putting in their entries, and I find myself constantly looking at it and be like, oh, what do they think is going to happen? What's their predictions? So I'm a big stats numbers guy, and I think it's gonna be a ton of fun the whole way through. The tracking stuff, being able to talk about who thinks who's gonna win, all that stuff. Golf ball won some hands and now is sitting out, so that's kind of interesting. We've got 5K, which should be just above average. Suited king. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, we have small blind sitting out, so these opens could be slightly wider than normal. But even if they weren't sitting out and we would expect it to be a somewhat normal range, I'm probably still calling here for 2.5 with suited king. Obviously, I don't love the 3 part of the hand, but even multi-way, I'm still going to end up finding a call here because we just drill the clubs. A very low flop too, very advantageous for our range, very disadvantageous for all their ranges. I think we might just rip it in here. Yeah, I think that's going to be the play. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but we should have a decent amount of equity in this spot, so let's rip it in, hopefully get a fold, and just take our 14 big blind pot and move on. And that's exactly what happens. That is 100% equity when we get the fold. We probably had 50% equity if we were getting called. Maybe a little bit less. But I will take the 100% win rate of getting the fold there. We have 5 entries so far in the predictions. One of them is mine because I had tested it out, and 4 others in there. So I will not be releasing everyone's guesses, though. Don't want to ruin anyone else's guesses that they would be making. But we will for sure be talking about all those prediction numbers throughout the Malrec Madness, talking about how many brackets have been busted, how many brackets are alive, how many people predicted each of these matchups, and so on and so forth. So we'll get the results out to everyone. Everyone will see what everyone else's guesses were, but I'm going to be tracking it the whole way through because I'm really interested in that. That's my benefit for helping set it up, that I get to look at it. Ah, 6-4. Ah, Mikey J. They are new to the home game, and I believe they actually won one recently, so welcome to the nightly series, Mikey J. Apparently you're making yourself at home, so that all sounds good to me. We'll be continuing smallish here. We do have middle pair. We just benefit a lot from taking it down, denying equity from hands that just have like a random 7 or 8 in it that can beat our pair. But a random 7 or 8 really can't call too much on that flop, so we need to block this hand from showing up on stream. Oh, fuck. Hi. Hey. Does anyone have King 10 here? Yeah, it's potential that they have King 10, but they also have a lot of other big pairish type of hands. Am I ever folding? Probably not, so. And if I lose here, I can just blame it on Chris. Oh, we win. Okay. No one saw that hand. King 8 offsuit. I'm just going to find the fold. We could definitely open it up. I don't think I'm getting jammed on too much by either of these, but I'll just tighten up a little bit here. There would have been the turned king. We saw some big betting and opened to 3 big blinds, and then I believe it was a pretty sizable flop bet, yeah, and then essentially all in on the turn. Oops. I can close out of this. I think we might be done talking about March Madness. No, I like talking about it, so I'll keep it up. But we've seen some big betting from them. That might be something we want to take note. Someone new we haven't played with before, but very much looks like they are a big better. Chris Jones going crazy over the pocket fives hand. Jeez, we have 9K? When'd that happen? What the heck? Really? We haven't really done anything. We lost a ton of hands the first like 20 minutes. And we won 2 big ones, did nothing for a while, and won 3 pretty nice spots. Okay, all right. Hey, let's go. Let's get this back in big blinds. My brain works much better when I see the big blinds. Yeah, I mean, in case no one else saw it, I did win an ACR tournament this past week with pocket fives. I flopped a set, and that's how I ended up winning the tournament. So I think given the nature of how all these things work out, since I won a pretty big tournament with pocket fives, like that was the winning hand, I believe I absorb the nickname 5x5, so that is what I should be known by from now on instead of Chris Jones. So I think that's how it all works. I'm not entirely sure, but feel free to just call Chris Jones now. Just drop the 5x5. I don't want to be called 5x5, but it is now mine. So, bottom pair, ace is like the worst turn card. We're just going to fold. If they're bluffing, nice bluff, but we just can't really call much here. We're really hoping to just hit a king or a 5 if we do call. So, and there's the ace, just as expected. But yeah, I will be absorbing the 5x5 nickname, but also simultaneously not using the 5x5 nickname. He has to reclaim it to be able to use it again. He can have 4x4. That works. Ace 6 off. We're down to 6 tables, 36 people left. If it folds to us, we're going to play this. It's good enough for the button. Raise in front of us, we're probably just going to give it up. It's still just like the worst offsuit ace that we can have. And we'll fold. And easy fold. I didn't make up those aren't my rules on the 5x5. Ooh, wow. That's tough for 8s. Red card? No red card. 5-minute break. We will be taking a quick break. We are currently in 6th place. 34 people remaining out of the 65 original entries. We have, there's the chip graph that I was talking about where we really didn't do anything. So average is 5.7. We've got 8.6. Rec Poker Steve has busted out. 5x5 is not even playing. He's just trolling in the chat. So, hey, how's it going? 5x5. Yeah. We're going to look to make a run after this. I will be back in 2 minutes. See you soon. we're back. We'll be starting up 2 minutes here, so again, we're in a good spot. Happy with where we're at. Really excited for this. Unfortunately, Chris Jones is going to be starting us off with Marek Madness, but we put Rob Washam, John Somsky in the primetime event week 1, so likewise, I mean, the same thing can be said about me and Mark, and then Steve's got to be primetime as well, right? Like, everyone's going to be clamoring to watch Mr. Podcaster himself play. I'm just the behind-the-scenes guy. Still at just 5 predictions, so nothing else for me to look at and be interested about, but for some reason I clicked on 5x5's name so I can just see all the messages that he's posted. Like, I think almost all of them are about Pocket Fives. Weirdo. Such a weirdo. I think we're back. Yep. We are back. 10-7 off, we'll just fold. 5x5 isn't a name. It's a whole lifestyle. I cannot embrace the 5x5 lifestyle. That is not me. If I had a hand, I think it would have to be 10 Jack, just due to the TJ, right? So my hand would have to be 10 Jack. I don't know what the M would be, but 10 Jack. But I'm not going to devote a lifestyle to a single hand. It seems ridiculous. I'm not crazy. Wow. Ace King in a limped pot shoves and gets value from it. Quite interesting. I mean, when it goes limp, fold around to them, you just expect that whatever raise you're going to make, they're just going to fold, but no, he gets the call. Eelroy could be going on a heater here. Is this going to be 2 big pots back to back? Just a small win, but small win is a win. If they jam, I think we raise small to just kind of like isolate it. Otherwise, we just open. It does kind of put us in a weird spot, right? Like if they go 2.6, we call. We have the potential of going multi-way there. Everyone has pretty good odds. So my goal would have been to like raise to like 5.5 and decentivize people and try and get just heads up for the small pot. I don't really want to play multi-way with Ace Jack, which is essentially what we get to. This is probably the best hand that we fold. Yeah, let's just fold it, forget about it, move on. Interesting. That does reopen the action, which is a very like key component to this. If it didn't reopen the action, these people can more comfortably call, but it makes it a lot tougher for them to call knowing that this player can re-raise once again. We just see the call. I think that would have been a very, very nice spot to go for another raise there. The Kings. 10-9 of hearts. This looks oddly familiar. I had a big ICM spot with 10-9 of hearts in the big blind. 4.5 open. That I just don't like this. Like, do I want to call 700 with what would be a very speculative hand? I'd really love to see a call, because then I can comfortably fold and see what they're raising so massively with. Awesome. That's going to be my plan, just to get a little bit of information on what they're going with. Ace-10 suited. We would have been in a really, really tough spot. But good to know that they're willing to take a hand like Ace-10 suited and go huge with it. That it's not nutted, it's not like small pocket pairs or something like that, but it's more just a weird sizing that they're taking with their range. Ace-King is a pretty good hand. We will fold the King-5. It's a tough fold with Ace-Jack, but I think it's correct. Like, is he jamming Ace-10 there? I don't think so. Which means I'm never dominating him, but I am getting dominated. And is he jamming King-Queen? Probably not. There's the Ace-King versus Ace-King. We're just seeing Ace-Kings pop off. All the Ace-Kings tonight. All of them. Everyone's getting them. Everyone's going all in. Yeah, East Coast Bitter. Looks like you had a early night. Happens to the best of us. I thought I was potentially going to be in that spot, but when I had the nut flush draw, the nut flush came in. If it doesn't, I'm probably on the rails. King-3 off, easy fold. We got 8K. We've just blinded away 1,000 in chips. Not just blinded away. We've made the open with Ace-Jack. I expected a decent amount of betting here, right? Like, this is such a static board. Like, do you have a 9? Do you have an ace? Do you have a 4? And then do you have a high card? Yeah, ace is what you want. In very static boards, the most likely situation is whoever bets at it first wins. And if it's not that situation, then it's likely that two players have decently strong hands. Jack 5 suited. I'll take a walk. Just going to be a call with me with the suited combo. We're going to have position the whole way through. We just get to play better post-flop. So I'm going to take the opportunity to play better post-flop and hit middle pair. You might be saying, hey, there's an ace out there, you should be scared. I'm not too scared. Obviously, I'd prefer this to be a deuce, but I don't feel that bad either. It's going to be a call for me. Not much reason in my mind to raise. Queen of Diamonds, not a good card, but can get Keto to slow down a little bit. We do see the slowdown. That doesn't necessarily mean we're good here or that we should be putting out a bet. I think this is a pretty obvious check spot for us with the intention of calling most rivers. Another diamond coming off is probably the worst. A 10 is also decently bad. We were hoping for a jack or a 5, but we knew that wasn't going to be likely to happen. So we're probably just going to call, and it's going to be like a 50-50 thing if we win. I'm just going to check back here too. Jack should be the second best hand. It was 50-50, like I said. I'm not going to bet in a 50-50 spot, and they had the ace. I guess I limp here. It was good enough to limp. Having a tough time finding the fold button today. Honestly, that can be the best thing you can do some nights, is find the fold button early and often. It can be so tempting to just say, I need to play aggressive and get super aggressive with things, but folding is a weapon that you can use against your opponents. You may not feel like it, but it is. I got some in my eyelash. Oh. But yeah. Folding can be powerful. Like, imagine that Jack 5 hand. If I just fold flop, it's extremely powerful against his continuing bet with an ace. It's obviously terrible if he doesn't have an ace, which is why I find the call, but it's a spot where he should be getting some money from me, and if I fold, I keep him from getting money from me. It's tempting, but it's just we're not at a stack size to play a hand like 5-6. He's got 10 big blinds. I'd rather have King 10 offsuit. There's the pocket fives, and pocket fives win. This could be a fun hand for us. Just a standard open. Called from the small blind. Again, we haven't played much with Mikey, but we have seen them make big bets, so Ooh, I think this is a call. Good luck, us. Oh no, we need the ace. We need the ace. Where's the ace? Where's the ace? Damn. 26th place. No one guessed 26th. So unfortunate, and PetVet guessed 25th and just barely missed out. Someone just busted right after us. So real close for PetVet. Sorry, PetVet, but yeah, I think that's a fine spot to take it with Ace Queen. I think they're jamming stuff like Ace Jack, smaller pocket pairs. It's just really unfortunate we run into the pocket pair that is one of our cards. So Ace Queen, second best hand. Yeah, that'll be it for us tonight. Unfortunate quick turn of events there, but we would have been in a really good spot had it worked out. 20 big blinds, I'm just not going to be messing around too much with a hand as strong as Ace Queen. So good luck to everyone still in there. If you haven't already, March Madness coming up in 3 weeks from tonight. You can go out there, check out the bracket, fill in your predictions. Going to be a ton of fun things that we have going on for March Madness 3 weeks from tonight. 1 week from tonight, I won't be here. Special guest B Jammin', East Coast Bidder in the home game, will be taking over for the stream. So good luck to Ben next week. Tune in, give him all the love, show up and chat, say nice things about him, cheer him on to win with pocket fives. Yeah. And then 2 weeks from tonight, I'll be back, and then we'll have that last week in February with the normal nightly series, then the week following, March Madness. Let's get that up there. With your matchup known ahead of time, do you do any studying on your opponent? Potentially. But the thing is, like, me specifically with Mark, I don't really have much history with him. One, I don't save the hands from the home game, and two, I just haven't played with Website Mark all that much. If I was going up against any of these other ones where I potentially have more history against, I might do some thinking of what do I think their strategy is going to be. Do I think they're going to be aggressive against me? Do I think that they're going to be trying to play a little bit safer? I'd get that in my head, but I'm not going to go too crazy about this at the same time. So if this was anything else for a little bit more than the ultimate bragging rights of rec poker, maybe, but it is heads up. It's gonna be a very fickle game, right? Like if you put me heads up against someone, the best player in the world, I still have a pretty decent chance at winning, especially in this format. It's going to be a lot luck-based, and I know that's not the ideal state, but it is going to be luck-based. So skill advantage is going to be small, but that's the nature of heads-up poker. It's just how it plays out. So that's how I'm approaching it. But GG's to everyone. Thank you everyone for the GG's. Again, next week, B Jammin' showing up. 2 weeks, I'll be back. 3 weeks, March Madness. So thanks for tuning in. Take care, and we'll see you all next time.